We have someone that was there. Do you want a live interview? I mean, not right there, but in the area. In the area. Not, I don't want to oversell it. She's just going to probably give you a similar. Okay. Yep. Can you hold this?
Yeah. Same. Working on it. Okay, sorry. Is she gonna join?
Hey guys, yeah, we're down here. We're down here at Union Station, and we're talking with people all throughout this afternoon of who were in the area and saw some of the stuff that we've been talking about. This is Krista. Krista, can you kind of explain to me what you were saying when everything went down?
Yeah, we were. If you were looking at the stage, we were to the right of the stage of the VIP area, and we saw some people start running, and we were like, okay, well, the police ran into the building, so we didn't worry because there's a lot of police running. And then someone said, oh, it was a fire. And then she comes running and she's like, no, it's shots fired. And so we started listening to her, and then that's when everybody started. Yeah, and
I was just telling everybody to get down, and then like get out the way, and the officers were coming around, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
So.
Krista, you were saying that you saw police actually swarming something.
So when I was leaving, and I don't remember if my other friends were still with me or not at the time because it kind of blurred.
It did.
But when we were heading west, trying to get back and away from it, we saw the police swarm a stairwell, and then we heard another pop from there. And that's when I was like, okay, we're gone.
Time to move. Similar situation?
Same, yes. I was on the probably to her right. Probably on her right side when everything was going on. And then so we kind of circled back, but then all of the people in FBI and police, they were all like, okay, everybody has to go that way towards Crown Center. And so everybody started going that way, and then everybody's trying to come back because everybody's parked over here. And now that's a crime scene, we can't get in the parking garage.
So everybody's
here
until it's cleared up.
And stuck.
Because your cars are still in there as well.
And that's where.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing. You actually said you saw someone being led away in handcuffs.
We did see two police officers lead someone away in handcuffs. So I don't know if that was him or not. I just kind of went cuffs, turning him the other way because at that point I don't want to see anything else.
He was in a red jumpsuit.
Yes.
Well, thank you both so much for sharing that with us, guys. This is a similar kind of story that we're hearing from a lot of people down here. Fireworks, gunshots, didn't know what it was, but they knew that they wanted to get out of there in a hurry. We're going to keep checking with people down here, and we'll send it back to you in the studio.
I just felt like there was no need for me to be there, so I was like, you know what I mean? I don't know if anyone else would want this here. Here, do you mind holding that one?
Yeah. No. Greg, I can see. Greg, go back, LDL. If they bring anybody out, you can see it from here. Where? I said if they bring anybody else out, you can see it from here. Shoot it from here. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Good. Good. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you, guys. Thank you. No problem. You went on right on the news? Yeah, we did live shots. I'm sports, so I'm sport guy. I was on the sports section. Sports section. But you guys are great to work with. Thank you. Thank you. No problem. Somebody else is calling now. Let me pick it up. You want me to refeed it? You want me to have them refeed it? Okay. They were not rolling on your first stop. They want to know if you can refeed it. If they can give me time. You call Dave. I think it's more important to get that back than anything you're going to shoot here, probably. Are you rolling on live view 19 right now? Because Greg is... Okay, they are rolling. He's rewinding. He will go to the front of this and then he'll roll. Bear in mind, there may be stuff you don't want to edit in there. You need to have a producer or an executive producer look at it because it's pretty graphic, okay? Right, and I'm staying on the line until you get it, okay? I'm not hanging up. Guys, something's going on. Something's going on, guys. Guys, something's going on. Guys. Guys. Guys! Guys, that was video. We were feeding video to editing. They were recording it. That's not live. That was video we were feeding Dupree and Edmond. They weren't rolling. And I can't talk because the mic is tied up with
Guys, we got it. That is not correct. We did have a second incident. That is not correct what you guys just said. We definitely saw cops running again, and we saw police officers and FBI running west on Pershing toward another situation. We lost them.
They're working through.
Guys, moments ago, Shane and I were on Pershing walking west, and we saw multiple law enforcement officers running westbound on Pershing. We did not hear sounds, and I'm going to go over to Brad and Carolina for the rest of that report. Bill and Carolina, I'm sorry, Bill and Carolina.
That's that direction.
West?
No, center's that way. That's another incident. What is going on? We have this going on, and that we're hearing.
Is this coordinated?
Chaos?
Guys, the situation that we're seeing over here is not the same one. I think
Say it's on Broadway.
it's on Broadway. We're sure Weston is over there.
Yeah. That's north. That's east. That's west.
He said west of
Weston. Weston.
Oh, Weston.
The hotel. But we saw them running
Yeah, toward Broadway.
toward Broadway and Pershing.
Guys, I don't know if you can hear us in the booth, but the stuff that we were seeing is different than what Bill and Carolina were seeing. Cops were running. The stuff that we're seeing is different than what Bill and Carolina are seeing. The SWAT people that we saw were running on Pershing toward Broadway.
Yeah. Yeah, Brad, as mentioned, we are on Pershing and Broadway, so west of Union Station, the opposite direction of Crown Center. So we saw police officers running west toward another situation. We did not hear any sounds, but we saw multiple law enforcement officers running west on Broadway on Pershing toward Broadway.
Yes, and they were definitely in a hurry, and it looks like they're actually cordoning this area off from us as well right now. We do see police vehicles in the distance. I don't know if you can see our shot right now, but they were running that direction, which I believe is a different area than what Bill and Carolina were describing.
Okay, no, I wouldn't. Sir, did you come up and talk to me a few seconds ago? Somebody came up to talk to me and they were talking in my ear and I couldn't talk to them. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It's supposed to be my friend.
Somebody came by and wanted to say something and I was like, my boss was yelling at me.
Yeah.
That could have been us. That could have been us. If they hired this one. Yeah. They know they're going to shoot it? Yeah, I think so. You're shooting tripod. Yeah, yeah. Greg, I'm not sure. Do we have anybody else? I thought we had somebody. Look, maybe we need to move.
6 for Mark Land, 7 for Kyle Root, and the president.
Want to move over there?
Right.
I thought I saw someone earlier, but I can't.
Kenny Price.
Here they are. The presser is going to be over there. The presser is going to be over there.
Dude, they're fucking idiots. Literally, there's a fucking active shooter over there, and they literally don't tell us. Like, stations, like, tell us to go over there.
Well, they're going to have a press
And
conference.
the police are like, there's an active shooter in the building still. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How are you not letting me know this? And I'm standing right outside the building. Like...
You need an audio cable, Todd?
Greg, we need to move over to your right.
I got audio.
You're saying we have to move over.
Oh, maybe it can't sound on here.
I'm still over 50%. Good job being aggressive. Sorry that guy got to your backside. I apologize. Trust me, you should have seen what he did to me. I had the tripod and he just shoved me straight over. Getting in a fight, I think has something to do. Is that typical? Yes. I mean, it's not. Usually you got more control too. Security guy came up. He wasn't the police officer. Security guy came up to me and he said, "You want me to get out?" I got right to him. I saw who it was. He was right there. I said, "No, I don't want to be tied up having to deal with it."
The condo. We were after they told us to leave, you can get out. We're like, well, I got my camera in the backpack. We were at the condo at a condo spot, and then we got, when we saw like 20, 30 cop cars, we thought, oh, okay, KCPD, and then literally every other on both sides started coming. So we So what? Oh, they rushed the governor out? I saw the governor get rushed out on the right side. So they rushed the governor. Officers and SWAT went in the building to secure the building. I'm already up and running. And then after that happened, another pop, and then they went down the tunnel to the station. Now we're hearing that there's guns drawn.
And Kenny's here. If anything happens, we'll be the pressure.
Hello. I don't know, but we're kind of set up waiting for one. We're over here. I got a charger hooked up with you. My mic was on. They could not hear. Because I was
Guys,
That was our
guys,
mic all
guys,
day.
guys,
That was our
guys.
mic all day.
I tried to call and I couldn't get through. For 7 or 8 minutes, I'm going, guys, because they're talking about how wonderful it was. And I'm like, guys. Yeah, but you would have maybe accepted it. U.S. Marshal is black. Right here. It's a U.S. Marshal. No, I think he's the barbecue guy. Oh, you're fucking kidding. You're right. Okay. Hey, thank you for everything. I'm glad you're okay.
He's coming this way?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Is that Kessler Road? Is that Kessler Road?
Yeah, Kessler.
Okay.
Kessler and Pershing.
Yeah, Carolyn, unfortunately, near where it happened, I'm on Pershing Road and Kessler Road. We are behind police tape and where all the media is being set up right now. Now, before this, I was actually on the opposite side, but right now you can see a heavy police presence. There is EMS on scene, paramedics, fire here on scene right now. But I was actually on the opposite side on Grand Boulevard because I was covering the parade originally, and I actually made my way over here. While I was making my way over here, I was told I was unsafe, so I made sure that I was in a safe location. I was able to find that. But in the meantime, before I got here, I was talking to a few families, and I was asking them what they experienced. And, you know, some say they heard the pops and the shots, and some others say they didn't, but they just saw everyone running, and it was chaotic, so they just started to follow the crowd and run as well. I spoke to one father and son who said they were just trying to get by Union Station. All of a sudden, they told everyone to shelter, lock the doors, and they were locked into Union Station for a bit before they were released. So, but the main theme here is everyone is kind of somber and upset because today was supposed to be a day about celebration, celebrating our Chiefs and their back-to-back victory, and all of a sudden something like this happened. So everyone says they are saddened by what is happening here, but of course everyone I spoke to was safe. This is definitely a tragic event. But I will definitely let you know any more details as soon as I get them, you guys. Carolyn, back to you for now. Okay, we're good. We're done. Yeah. I also got 6 interviews too. So
My
Yeah, I have 6
camera is about
images.
3 seconds from dying.
Oh, is it?
So as soon as
Don't
that
worry.
happens, I'm done.
Don't worry because I got 6 along Grand. For the people have more.
I can
sent
get,
them.
We couldn't.
I can get
Greg
one
said he
more,
couldn't,
but that's it.
We can send the
my
ones that
battery
you have
lives.
back. They're just asking for sound back
They
there.
want
if you've
sound.
got it,
I don't know how. Are they able to feed it back? Or are they gonna do that?
If it's on that card, Train can feed it right back.
We need sound. We can shoot some interviews. Okay, I have 6, so if they want to do that.
I can't. I mean,
His battery.
my battery is within seconds of dying. So as soon as that's done, I can't untoast. Because all of my other batteries are on the riser. So. You got it. Okay. Good.
Not really, no. I think at some point we could run video of what happened, and I could describe it as it happened, what I saw. Heidi, this is Neil. Are you going to take a name down, pencil and paper, and take a name down? This is a witness. His name is Michael McQuarrie, M-C-Q-U-A-R-Y. Charlene Pryor called me. She's a former editor who retired from Channel 5 maybe 7 or 8 years ago. She texted me and said, "Are you okay? I have a friend who was in there and got shoved down and saw what happened." So his number, Michael McQuarrie, she says he will talk. So just say, "Hey, Neil Jones from our Neil Jones called me and wanted me to give you a call." Okay? All right, bye-bye. Oh, I thought I gave it to you. 917-628-8918. I'll repeat that. 917-628-8918. Michael McQuarrie. Bye. Eyewitness.
Him?
No. Charlene Pryor called and said one of her friends was there and saw the guy that did it, and saw what happened, and that he will talk. And so I just called the desk and let them know. Okay. You do have video? Okay. Tell me when the video is up. Greg, let's play this way.
I can go straight to the scene. It's where that little temporary fence is put up on the other side.
Yeah, right over there. I had it at 1:50 or 12:50. It's 50 after. What? Well, this is the spot I was at, actually a little closer in the intersection. We were preparing to go forward and do interviews with fans at the end of the event on stage. It ended. People started walking out. Photographer Greg Malode and I started walking into the intersection, and all of a sudden, like a stream of firecrackers going off, pop, 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 pop. And people began to run in any direction. This is some video that Greg shot at that moment, and I think it captures the fear in the moms, dads, grandparents' faces as they had young children. They were trying to get their older parents and grandparents out. You had whole families here that had been here all day celebrating a wonderful thing, and suddenly you've got the police rushing in and going in multiple directions because it looked like that there were people fleeing. I don't know if that was true or not. Someone yelled, "There's the shooter," and the police went running off in that direction. I have no idea if that was correct or not. But a bunch of police went one way, police spread out and began to look at the various people who had been shot, but the crowd was going in all directions just as you would expect they would do in such a harrowing, horrible moment. Again, what makes it so terrible is there were so many families involved, and you're just trying to get out. Our photographer saw at least 2 people who they were performing CPR on the ground. They also appeared to subdue someone. I heard somebody, and I do not know if it was a police officer, say that man is a suspect. And there were 3 or 4 police officers on him. They got him subdued and took him off in a golf cart. They took one victim off immediately on what looked to be a fire department or a police golf cart that was for situations like this. And then they took them to ambulances that were nearby. The presence here by the police and law enforcement was big all day long, as you would expect when you have a massive crowd in one place. So there were many, many police officers immediately on the scene. Again, you know, you're afraid. You don't know. We didn't know if there were multiple gunmen or what direction they were going. But eventually, and I don't know if it was 7 or 10 minutes, things began to calm down, but then police officers would race off. They'd be called on a radio and they would go a different direction. I suppose that might have been towards Crown Center to the east. But the end result was just an awful, awful scene at the end of what had been such a joyous, joyous day. And now, of course, we know that there are multiple victims. We can only hope that they'll be okay.
I copy. Are we still on a big delay? Do you have ISP now?
I haven't had a chance to
Okay. Okay.
It's just trying to solve it.
Yeah.
It's a long, long delay.
It is. So what was the latest? 4 gunshot victims?
8 total victims, I think she said. 4 gunshots.
No, it works for me. I just want to be a nuisance to you guys.
So give me a call if you want to ride. I'll be on the phone too.
Hey, Sheree.
Yeah.
Is this going to be on the city's or KCTV's channel?
I don't know about KCTV. We're going to record it, but it's not live. We're going to record it, but it's not going to be live. Yeah. It's going to be Chief Graves and Mayor Pugh? I believe so. Okay. And I believe maybe Fire too. Okay. Yeah.
Is it okay if I put my mic into it?
Yeah. That's
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sheree, did you say we're just a few minutes away? Yes, thank you. Coming out shortly. Looks like they're coming out right now.
Here. Can you tweet? Yeah. If you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm not going to record it, okay?
I'm doing all the recording.
Hi everyone, I'm Quentin Lucas, the Mayor of Kansas City. I'm joined today by Police Chief Stacey Graves, our Fire Chief Ross Grendison. After I'm done speaking, Police Chief Graves will give details on the incident that happened earlier today. A few things that I want to make sure we note at the outset. First today, we had 600 Kansas City, Missouri Police Department officers, 250 from outside agencies. We went out today, like everyone in Kansas City, looking to have a celebration. That celebration was marred by a shooting today. And we recognize that there are some who are injured. We are praying for the safety of everyone. I've talked to a few different folks so far. One, we have spoken to the Kansas City Chiefs, who made clear that their prayers are with everyone who was at the parade today, everyone in Kansas City, and everyone who was touched by this incident. They also noted that their players, coaches, and staff are all accounted for at this point and safe. We, however, note that this is a fluid situation, so all that we are sharing now may change as the hours go ahead. We've also received a call from the White House that offered all federal assistance in the investigation. We had federal agencies present today. We appreciate that, and certainly in the days ahead and the hours ahead, we will make sure we continue to do this work. I will say personally, first, a thank you to the women and men of law enforcement, to the women and men who work with the Kansas City Fire Department and our other agencies. When the shooting started, I, like many others, ran for safety. I saw a number of agencies, including the Kansas City Police Department, officers with guns drawn who were running towards danger. We thank them for that. As I was leaving the scene, I saw members of our Kansas City Fire Department administering aid to folks who were seriously injured without concern for the shootings and the challenges that were near them. This is absolutely a tragedy, the likes of which we would have never expected in Kansas City, and the likes of which we will remember for some time. However, I want to say thank you to those who are making sure that we are safe today, those who are investigating this incident, and those who will continue to make sure that those who committed these acts today are brought to justice. We'll come back for some questions at the end of the Chief's comments, but now the Police Chief, Stacey Graves.
Chief Stacey Graves, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. At the conclusion of the Chiefs rally today, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Immediately, officers responded to the area, took 2 people into custody, and also immediately rendered life-sustaining aid to those victims. We're still gathering information on the number and the status of victims, but like I said, we know that one of the victims is deceased. We also know that officers ran towards danger. Officers were there to keep everyone safe. I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment. We had over 800 law enforcement officers, Kansas City and other agencies, at the location to keep everyone safe. Because of bad actors, which were very few, this tragedy occurred, even in the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers, who again ran towards them and took them into custody. To the people who were injured in this tragedy, our hearts go out to you and your families. This investigation is just beginning, and we are working safely to clear all surrounding areas and businesses. This is still an active investigation. We will continue to keep you updated. We will keep you updated on Twitter and most likely a follow-up press availability. Did you have anything? No. One of our victims has been declared deceased. We have right now we have up to 10 to 15 injured by yes. Right now we do not have an exact number of people who were victims of a gunshot wound. It could be upwards from 10 to 15 with one deceased.
Do you know how many are in critical condition at this point?
I do not have conditions on our victims just yet.
Any believed to be children?
I do not believe that any of them were children.
Any law enforcement injured in this? First responders?
Nothing of note.
Chief, what prompted? What do you guys believe now prompted the shooting?
That is still under investigation. I myself was outside when I heard the shots fired. It is an ongoing investigation. It's going to take us a little bit to determine exactly what led up to the shooting. I will say, though, we do have 2 suspects in custody.
There are circulating on social media that some fans may have helped contain one of those.
I have heard that as well. I have heard that fans got involved in the apprehension or the pursuit of one of the suspects. I cannot confirm that right now, but that is something that I have heard myself. Yes?
What the response time, because you say 10 to 15 officers injured in the shooting, but there was 800 officers there. This happened pretty quickly. So can you talk about when this started, sort of a timeline from there to the point where your officers responded to the point where you had KCFD helping to
Absolutely.
your first aid?
As soon as the rally concluded, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Officers were on scene in the area. I know one of the suspects was immediately pursued on foot. Like I said, there's 2 suspects in custody. I have heard the information that was just requested. I will confirm or deny that. But after that, immediately officers began rendering life-sustaining aid, calling in fire, which is the fire department, to also assist those victims.
Do you know if there were more than 2 people taken into custody? Because we had 2 people, after you guys had made your announcement, there were 2 people in custody, 2 people live on our air being taken, handcuffed, put into vans. So can you talk about that and the process as this investigation continues?
I don't know exactly the 2 that you're talking about that your camera caught on video being loaded into a wagon. I don't know that, but I can tell you that in and around that scene, it is still active. Not active in necessarily threats, but it's a very active scene. We're still investigating. This is still early on. We still have parties that are walking into hospitals.
Do you know anything about the suspects in terms of where they're from? Are they from?
I do not know that, but that's something that I also will be finding out.
2 questions. We are hearing upwards of maybe 20 shots. Can you talk about the number that you heard?
I'm hearing 10 to 15, possibly 15, with the one that is deceased.
And do you know anything about the timing? It seems odd that it's waited to the very end of the rally.
I don't have anything about, I can't give you an answer on the timing. I can just say that that's when it occurred, and we are investigating what led up to that. Maybe once we get some of those details, we'll know why that happened at that time, but right now it's still too new.
Chief, is it just one incident or multiple incidents that injured more?
That is something that is under investigation.
Mayor Lucas, you talked about how you were on the ground and you yourself had to run for safety. I understand we're still waiting on a timeline and trying to understand what exactly happened. But we were having a Super Bowl parade, and this is what the country is talking about now. What is your message to this city at a time like this?
I second the comments by the chief of police. I'm heartbroken. First of all, I'm praying for the victims and the families impacted. I start with them. I'm incredibly upset, disappointed. I was there with my wife. I was there with my mother. We never would have thought that we, along with Chiefs players, along with fans, hundreds of thousands of people, would be forced to run for our safety today. I think that I'll let the investigation shake out before coming to any further conclusions, but I think the initial response absolutely is anger. You know, we have done a number of these now, and this is a day that a lot of people look forward to, something they remember for a lifetime. And what they shouldn't have to remember is the threat of gun violence, marring a day like this, injuring them and their families. This morning, I was actually thinking about bringing my child, as many people in Kansas City did. And I don't want us to have to, in our country, for every big event, think about a concern of being shot. As the chief noted, we had a lot of law enforcement officers there today. They did exceptional and outstanding work, and I will second that again. Because on your timeline point, I was inside of Union Station. We heard something. A number of us start running, and I see a stream of officers going the exact other direction, in with guns drawn, ready to address danger. And that was the situation throughout. People who responded absolutely immediately. But I wish that we lived in a world where they wouldn't have to do that. I wish we live in a world where we wouldn't have to see incidents like that. But I'm as heartbroken as anybody. We will do a full and thorough investigation. I hope that we bring whoever this is to justice, and we will continue to try to make sure that we can be as safe as possible. However, when you have people who decide to bring guns to events, when you have people who are deciding to try to mar events, celebratory ones like this one, all of us start to become members of this club that none of us want to be a part of, which is those who have experienced mass shootings. I hope for Kansas City this is one of the last times we experience that.
Were the players in any danger at any point?
What's that? Sorry, go ahead.
In danger at any point?
Was I in danger?
Or were any of the players, Chiefs players?
You know what? I think we'll let the investigation take a look at that. The police department responded effectively, I think incredibly quickly, to make sure that people would be out of harm's way. That being said, a number of us had to flee from a situation because we heard a sound of gunshots. So I'll let you answer your own question in terms of whether you think that's something that puts you in danger or not. In my view, anytime shots are nearby, you don't know where they're coming from, you don't know who's firing them and all of that, then perhaps there is a situation of danger. But
thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. We're going to get back inside.
Can I ask a fire question?
Of the 10 to 15 injured, would you say, are all of those gunshots or whatnot, and do you have a sense of how many, or are some of those also critical in injury?
We've covered that. We don't have that information.
I just have a fire question.
Hold on, 10 to 15 is what we have, potentially 15, one deceased. I don't have a condition on the other gunshot victims.
Those are all gunshots.
Correct. It's correct.
We don't know how many.
One fire question.
No, I do not.
Because Chief Graves said there
We're going to have a lot of updates later, guys. We got to go inside and gather this information. I appreciate it.
What are the updates, Jake, later?
Well, just look on Twitter.
I just have one. I just have one. Excuse me. I just have one thing to say. This is not Kansas City. I'm angered by what happened, but I want you to know that the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and all the law enforcement officers that were there today, that were serving and protecting, did the best that they could, and I'm so proud of them that they ran into danger, getting 2 people into custody, and at the same time rendering life-sustaining aid to those victims. We were here for a safe celebration, and because of 2 bad actors or more is why we're standing here today. We will recover as a city. My heart goes out to our victim who is deceased. But your police department stands ready, and we are invested in the safety and betterment of Kansas City. Thank you.
We'll send you guys more updates on Twitter, okay? Follow the Twitter account, and we'll put the updates that we have on Twitter. We'll update you guys if there's going to be more news releases, okay?
Officer Gonzalez, is the victim a male or female?
We don't know. We'll get you updated.
We don't know.
How are you? Got it. Oh, were you? Yeah.
There were a bunch of people that are doing children, but they aren't children. Like, I understand just in a mass shooting like this, they just simply are going in and grabbing them out. No IFB guys, let me know when I'm standing by. Melissa, yes. One of the questions I was just going to ask fire, and I just was a logistical thing for me to summarize. You know, we heard in the election. Yeah. Okay, we need to get the I cannot hear IFB.
I'm relaying. Okay, what phone number have you got?
IFB 6, but somebody needs to. Betsy, are you in IFB? Somebody must be in it.
Go ahead.
I got it. I got it.
I'll break my hand.
Is this 3 numbers like it brings us? Who are you looking for?
What's your phone number?
I gotta go, Brick. Okay,
913-626-5846.
I'm gonna run. Is the car locked?
I don't know.
I gotta run get my external battery charger. My batteries are down.
626-5846.
Yes.
Do you want to just put it
And then I don't hear anything yet. Do you hear anything?
I did. No, I don't.
Okay, let's just both hang up.
There it is.
Okay, I hung up.
All right. Yeah, there was just a pause. They were tossing to Neil. Let's try that again. Here we go.
They have it all. I assume they were
Going your way.
I assume they were too. That's true. Would it be as high quality as ours? It'll be fine.
There it is.
I don't hear anything. Here we go.
He's live.
I love Neil.
Did you recorded?
Oh yeah. Did they finally figure out the audio was on channel 2?
Yes.
God bless. Apparently Ops is not communicating with everybody else. I don't know.
Yeah, and apparently CBS Evening News wants to take me live. We have nothing, no. We just have, like, official sound, you know?
Just say what they said, I guess.
Heard from your Lucas, Chief Stacey Graves as well, of course, just with us. And the number that they have currently. Rough estimate. Now, one big reason we're still working this situation.
Check. Do you want to angle me a little bit so I'm not right on top of her?
Yeah. Let's move down this way. Right by that corner.
Okay.
Right there. Yep.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, 1, 2, 3.
No, you're fine.
Yes. Check, check.
No, you're fine. They're going to catch the cop hugging. Okay,
know.
Thanks for the time.
Okay.